continue our game time coverage here at the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Oracle Arena has been the home for the NBA Finals now for 5 consecutive years, and in its last roar, it will be an NBA Finals game. It's the third time that's ever happened. The previous 2 times in NBA history, they were wins, including Zeke back at the Silver Dome in a victory.
Absolutely. We wanted to definitely win for the fans and leave it the right way.
All right, well, we'll see whether or not they're able to leave this one the right way. I'm not crying, you're crying. Maybe the headline as we take a look back at the history of this great building.
I remember how it all began. I was a brand new home for the East Bay fans. Before I was Oracle Arena, I've gone by many different names. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Arena, the arena in Oakland, and Oakland Arena. But people in the town refer to me simply as the Coliseum. Famed architect Frank Lloyd Wright once said, "The longer I live, the more beautiful life becomes." That thought perfectly sums up my journey. Old age is truly inescapable, and my time is up. Pretty soon, my extended family will find another place to congregate. My team, another court to boss.
That's just some good old-fashioned physical play.
But save your tears for someone else. My life has been filled with proud moments.
Golden State champions of the NBA once again.
And failure.
The greatest comeback in NBA Finals history is complete.
Despite the roller coaster ride, it has definitely been one for the books. My bland gray walls and cold concrete stairs may look outdated in comparison to sleeker, newer venues, but much like the city I have called home for 53 years, they symbolize a strong foundation and resilience that is not easily mimicked. The Warriors are my family, my soulmates, and my best friends. We've seen a lot, and we've been through the trials and tribulations that any real relationship encounters. Yet, through it all, we remain true, and our bond can never be erased.
We represent each other real well on the court.
It's stolen away by Richmond. This is Hardaway, the shovel bullet. Got it. Richmond explodes. Oh, brother.
Those years after Tim, Mitch, and Chris left were tough. Even when the losses outweighed the wins, one constant that I could always count on was an entertaining brand of ball on the court and an equally as amusing cast of characters off of it. Just when it appeared as if we were on the road to another decade of futility, the brightest star I have ever seen in a Warrior uniform arrived in the form of Wardell Stephen Curry.
Outside Curry, 3. He is a flamethrower.
He, Clay, and Draymond have revolutionized the game.
He is the heart and soul of this team.
Lane corner 3. 60.
And their weight ripples throughout the league.
The championship is back in the Bay for the first time in 40 years.
Respect for OGs like me is rare in these times, so the love I've received in my twilight years is greatly appreciated. Who would have ever thought that my boys, the Dubs, would make me, a humble little stadium in the middle of the hood in deep East Oakland, the epicenter of the basketball universe? Watching these Warriors grow into champions before my very eyes has been the ultimate reward. All those memories of struggle and pain, our feelings of jealousy and envy were swept away by celebratory champagne.
It's crazy in here. That's what happens when you win 2 of them in a row.
And drowned out with shouts of jubilation. There was a time when my seats were only filled with hardcore Warriors fans or families taking advantage of affordable entertainment. That is, unless a hot team or a superstar player came to town. Nowadays, there isn't a night when I'm not filled to capacity with the hypest fans in the league. After all, I didn't get the name Oracle for no reason. As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. But before the Warriors move across the bridge, all I ask is that the team completes the mission and breathes rarefied NBA air. 3 out of 4 is truly impressive, but 3 in a row, that would be a feat they can't touch.
There's a new dynasty in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors champions once again.
Oh yeah, just don't forget to turn the lights out when you leave.
As a fan, I think for all of us as kids and for everybody watching, and for people who didn't play like myself, it doesn't matter how old the building is or how much you stick to the floor with you or the seats were old. There's something about that relationship you'll always remember, but it's even more special from a player standpoint. What does it mean where you play in terms of that when you spend years with a team, and not just the building, but let's be fair, not to speak for the person who spoke for the building, but the people in the building, right?
Yeah, I think, Isiah, you can help me on this. And when you first get drafted by a franchise, that franchise normally has a closer thing to your heart. But then when you get traded a couple times or you sign with a free agent for a new team, like this build behind us, then you understand what that piece is all about. Because when they were terrible, they still came and supported this franchise. When they had Run TMC, that building was rocking. I played against them. So all those ups and downs and ebbs and flows of trying to tweak your franchise to be a champion, and now your last 5 years you go out with a hoorah, that's why tomorrow night that place is going to be rocking.
You can't replace the memories that happen in this building. You can build a new place, but what you're leaving behind in terms of generational memories, traditions, customs, everyone who was in the building, that friendly hello, that janitor look, that the guy who's selling the popcorn or the woman who's getting the peanut. I mean, all those looks, familiar faces, that's gone. And that will never be replaced. There will never be another Oracle. There will never be another place like this. Now, you'll have a better seat.
It won't feel the same.
But it won't feel the same. No. But that's what you're going to miss. That's what you're going to miss. And some things you just can't replace, and some things you can't repeat. This is one of those buildings that you can't replace or repeat.
Replace or repeat is article Risk or Reward, and 3D's philosophy is coming at 3dballerbrand.com. Our NBA Finals coverage presented by
There's
YouTube
that new
TV
building. There it is.
Continues. Hey, I bank with Chase.
So do I.
I guess we all do.
We look at the most total points in a single postseason in NBA history. Well, these are good names.
Wow. Those are some big names right there.
To join that group is a pretty darn good group. By the way,
that's a nice
quite a
starting
team
five.
that would make. I was just going to say, you got AI and that MJ guy in the backcourt, LeBron.
Put LeBron at the 4
and Kawhi.
Kawhi at the 3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would be a game where I would say before I would be my hamstring. I ain't feeling that good. I would call up the coach and say, hey, Coach, I don't think I feel good today. I can't play today.
Hey, eventually you would need a bench. Perhaps you would go to this man, a guy who's been a star so far during this run for the Raptors, Fred VanVleet, who is with our Kristen Ludlow.
How did you respond when you were told that there would be a Fred VanVleet watch party in downtown Rockford?
I just laughed. Because I know where I come from, and I know how the city was when I was growing up. And if you would have told me that 10, 15 years ago, I would have laughed again at you and said there's no way that that'd be possible. So just amazing how far we've come, and that's a big accomplishment for our city.
The smile looks great, but you've still got the bandage on the face. How are you feeling physically at this point after coming back in Game 5?
I'm good. I feel good. It was great to be back out there. Obviously, I missed most of the fourth in Game 4, so to be back out there competing. Obviously, I feel a lot better if we had won, but it's good to just be back on the floor competing, given the circumstances, and having a chance to, try to win a championship.
And it was just a one-point game. So as you all have had the chance to watch film, where do you feel that the opportunity was missed?
I know there's a lot of, talk about the last 2-3 minutes of the game. They made 3 threes. We could have probably made their job a little tougher from our standpoint. But if we just score another point or two, we win the game. So I think it was 9-2 the last 2.5. And if it's 9-4, we're NBA champions. So late game execution has got to be better. Offensively, it's got to be better. And then defensively, just trying to eliminate some of those breakdowns and can't give either one of those two guys any free looks, and we gave them 3.
You are still, though, just one win away from a championship. What will be the key to establishing the tone at Oracle tomorrow night?
Be a big first quarter. To set the tone and see what type of game it's going to be, establish our physicality. I thought we were trying to adjust to the whistle a lot, last game, instead of just playing through it and getting out there, getting our pressure into the game and getting our offensive rhythm and our flow and just trying to be better. So we didn't play very well. We know that, and we feel that, and we watched the film, and so now it's just going out there and trying to perform at a high level.
Thanks, Fred. Good luck.
Well, thank you.
All right, Kristen and Fred, and look, I think what he talks about, we'll talk about a lot tomorrow, I'm sure, pregame, withstanding that onslaught that's going to come with that energy from this crowd and from that team. But I want to get back to Kawhi for a second here, because you guys have played with greats, against greats, have got a Hall of Fame great here on set. When you sit there and look at Kawhi, how much do you now watching this marvel even more that we've got the draft next week? This was a defensive player who couldn't help you much on offense, who has become a bucket getter big time in the clutch.
What's so funny is that the kids today can look at someone and say, this is where the beginning was, and this is where he is now, and there's more basketball left to play, Isiah. So the fact that when you come in the draft, you were looked at as being a 4, maybe a 3, we're not sure how good your jump shot. Wait a minute, he didn't have a jump shot coming into the draft. So it's all been about hard work for me. Yes, he's part of the Spurs, and Steve Smith and I were talking about it. This reminds me of Tim Duncan.
Oh.
Never too high, never too low. I really don't want to talk to the media. I'm just going to hoop and let my play speak for itself.
I mean, that's a perfect analogy in terms of his temperament and who he is in terms of his personality. The thing for me that I marvel at about him is that, you know, he's a guy that you can honestly say he didn't come to the NBA looking for the nightlife. He didn't come to the NBA looking for lifestyle. He came to the NBA every year trying to get better, and he's still not looking for the nightlife. He's still not looking for the lifestyle, but what he is, as you said, Kate, he is a bucket getter, and the work has paid off.
There's a nightlife in the NBA?
First
I've heard of this.
Where you been?
Well,
Not sleeping enough tonight.
Where's that tonight?
Easier to get sleep in the NBA than it is to find a way to stop this from happening from 3. More from Oracle. We look at three-pointers made in the finals through the first 5 games, and the Splash Brothers, they were not alone, just part of an onslaught of 23s in a game number 5, where it all boiled down to the final seconds and huge moments in championship heart.
You don't do anything in this league unless you win a trophy.
Usually when our back's against the wall, we respond the best.
I've been on the wrong side of 3-1 before. Why not make our own history?
The context of it all, it really doesn't matter. Win one basketball game, we know we can do it. It's just a matter of proving it.
But we crown a new NBA champion tonight. Toronto 1 win away. But all of a sudden, Golden State has a new addition. Kevin Durant will start. I know when the lights are brightest, Kevin Durant puts on the best performance. Durant for 3. Kevin Durant, his 3rd three-pointer already.
Out to Clay. It's a 3. It's good. Clay Thompson with back-to-back triples.
Green gets it back. Curry for 3. Puts it in. And the foul. Thompson, Durant, and Curry have a combined 36 of their 39 points. Ibaka trying to stay with Durant. Knocks it away, and Durant's limping. Durant goes down holding his leg. What a gut-wrenching scene for Kevin Durant. Working so hard to come back, and now had to be helped off. Lowry inside. Leonard got hit. Counted down, a foul. Gasol for 3. Kyle Lowry beats it into Gasol, and it's a 3-point game. Cousins stolen by Lowry. Out of the pack, lays it up and in. Lowry back to Siakam, up and in. It's down to 1. Curry for 3. That's good. Steph Curry answers.
Does the season have 24 minutes left, or will there be a Game 6 and one more big dance at Oracle? Halftime here, Game 5. Golden State 62, Toronto 56.
If I'm the Toronto Raptors right now, this is my championship. This quarter right now, this is for all the marbles. Thompson turns, shoots, and scores. Curry steps back, puts it up, puts it in. Another 3 for Curry. Incredible long-distance shooting from the Splash Brothers. And they're up by a dozen. Van Vliet, 1 dribble. Gets the 3 as the shot clock expires. Van Vliet, another 3. Bang! Lowry on the drive, gets inside, stops, and banks it home. Kyle Lowry, part of this 10-0 run.
Golden State with a 6-point lead, 12 minutes to go to keep their season alive.
Lowry for 3, puts it in. 1-point game. Passes up an open look. Green does not and nails it. Draymond Green with a clutch 3. 5.5 remaining. Golden State clinging to a 2-point lead. Leonard for 3. Bang! Raptors lead. Leonard's going to try another one. Kawhi Leonard, back-to-back 3s, taking over here in Game 5.
Thompson off the screen, sets his feet, lets it fly. 3-ball, good for Clay. The Dubs are still alive with 2:29 to go.
Curry gets a look, fires away, ties the game. Thompson, 1 fake, 1 dribble, 1 shot, got it. Golden State retakes the lead. What a turnaround for the Warriors.
30 seconds to go. Toronto down 3. Lowry drives into the lane, lays it up, no good. But they got a goaltend, and that'll cut it to 106-105.
Toronto now with a chance to win it with 15.7. Leonard back up Van Fleet. Van Fleet kicks it out Lowry. Lowry for the win. Won't go. And there'll be a game 6 in Oakland. Warriors' three-peat dream is still alive, showing championship heart here tonight on the road.
At this stage, we know how hard it is and how hard it's going to be to come back, and we gave ourselves a chance. So game 6 is going to be fun. Go back to the drawing board again. It's going to be a dogfight for 48 minutes, but we'll be ready.
This is not a look at the Warriors' new building. That's Alcatraz. That will also not be where we're swimming after the show. But who will win Game 6? It's next.
I said I knew that even 20 years ago coming in as a player. The Warriors weren't even that great, but you could feel this organic energy and passion for the game. And there were only a handful of arenas around the league where you sort of sense that in warm-ups, like, man, this place is special.
Yeah.
And I always felt that way about Oracle. So to come here as a coach and to inherit this great team and to feel that energy translate into a joy of the success that our players were having out there, and to watch it all bloom has been amazing.
Coming up as part of a busy Thursday of our coverage on our pregame, Game Time Live at the Final 7 Eastern Time, we'll hear Zeke's conversation with Coach Kerr. It all begins with the starters at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Post-game analysis live at the Finals following Game 6 only on NBA TV, where we at the buzzer give some love around the NBA on TV. Lindsey Gottlieb, great hire to join John Beilein's staff with the Cavaliers. Love that. Continuing to enforce the understanding that we need to progress even more in the area of understanding the importance of women in terms of coaching in the sport in general. Also important predictions that won't mean anything, but we'll ask them anyway. We got 30 seconds, so give me the name of the winning team in Game 6.
Emotionally, as a co-founder of the Raptors, my heart is with the Raptors. So I'm going to go with the Raptors.
Okay, I thought there was a but. Go ahead.
We're going back to we the North.
Yeah, I think I'm going back to Atlanta to prepare for the draft. It all depends on that onslaught in the open of the game. We'll see you for our pregame. We're getting 7 Eastern time from Oracle. Good night, everybody, from the